guys, it is so nuts how some fragrances can completely change after a few weeks. Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Alicia Budget Beauty. My name is Alicia. Here on my channel, I love all things affordable fashion, beauty, and fragrance. I do hauls, tutorials, reviews, Middle Eastern fragrance reviews, all sorts of fun stuff. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, stick around, be a friend. Okay, you guys, I have 14 affordable Middle Eastern fragrances I have been trying out for a while. Some of these I've been trying out for a few months. Some of them are fairly newer, and a lot of these I don't see anyone talk about. So hopefully it will be something new for you guys. And a few of these I did get gifted to me. I will definitely let you know which ones those are and which ones I purchased myself. And I will also try to have in the description where I purchased them or where you can get these yourself. So as my little intro teaser said, there are 3 in here that I thought were for sure a no-go. Had them in my decluttered cabinet, was like, that was money thrown away, wasted. I got them out to film this video today and tried them, and now they're pretty darn good. So I'm excited to share those with you and tell you how they developed and changed over the past several weeks. But let's go ahead and jump right in. And we are going to start with 2 that are from MATIN. Now, I did get this one gifted by Gulf Orchid. They are the larger manufacturer supplier, and then you can get ones like these at other places, more local, that they're the distributor. Again, I will have it linked if you want to purchase these yourself. So this one is Jamila. I decided to leave it in the box so I could just show you. If they're really pretty boxes, I keep them to show you guys. Then I actually do toss them. I don't keep the boxes around, but some people do, and that matters to some. And so this is a lovely presentation. By the way, I do have swatches on my hand. That is on my eyes. So I do beauty stuff as well. So those are swatches. Anyway, very nice packaging. And then when you open it, it's also really lovely presentation. You have the notes listed over here, which is so helpful when I'm doing videos because I can just read it right off. You have this little protective sheet, and then here we have the actual fragrance. And this is so stinking cute, this bottle, you guys. Let me just show you a little bit closer. How cute and exotic does this look? It looks like something you would just, find right in the store where it comes from. It is really beautiful. The only thing I will say, I don't know if it's this one or the next one. They're the same bottles, just different fragrances. One of them, this is kind of like sliding off, and then I just kind of stick it back on. Not a big deal at all. These are not expensive fragrances. It was gifted to me, but just to note, this might possibly come off on you. But very heavy bottle, very nice cap. And let me go ahead and read these notes to you. So this is orange blossom, bergamot, black currant, tuberose, jasmine, passion fruit, white musk, vanilla, and cedar. So I will tell you guys, when I first sprayed this, it was a little bit jarring to me. It was something sort of unfamiliar to my nose at the same time as being something very familiar, which I know that sounds crazy, but there is a certain note in here, and I do think that it is the passion fruit, because I have another fragrance that has passion fruit in it that I'm like, I think that's what I'm smelling. I'm still not quite used to that note. Passion fruit, to me, it's kind of hard to put your finger on what it smells like. We have so many fragrances that have strawberry and pear, black currant, things like, and citruses, obviously, that passion fruit you don't get as much. So it's kind of still odd to me. It throws me off a little bit. So I was like, what's that note? It's kind of weird. Then I realized I think it's the passion fruit, and I do think it's possibly the musk that's in here as well. But then as I was wearing it, I thought, this smells familiar. There's something this reminds me of. I could not put my finger on it at first, and then finally I determined that it is Armani My Way, or even maybe Armani My Way Floral. They are fairly similar. My Way Floral is not quite as sweet as regular My Way, and I think this one reminds me a bit more of the floral, My Way Floral. So you get a very heavy tuberose in here. You get the musk, you definitely get that passion fruit vibe. So it's very kind of tropical floral smelling, but then it also smells very exotic. To me, this is My Way done in a more exotic way. It's also very, very strong. I mean, just opening the box, I could smell it in there. So, I mean, performance-wise, longevity, projection are all there with this fragrance for sure. It is, if you think that, if you like My Way Floral or you like My Way, but you also kind of dabble in some Middle Eastern and you want it to be just a little bit more interesting, unique, people stop you and be like, what are you wearing? Trying to figure out, then you might really like this. I have to be in the mood for this, to be honest, because it is so kind of strong and I do like tuberose, but there's something even about My Way, and I have My Way and My Way Floral in my collection. Even those, I have to be in the mood to wear them. I have to know that I'm gonna enter a room, people are gonna smell me, I'm gonna smell myself all day long. I've gotta be okay with a thick, heavy white floral around me. So I do think that this is really nice. I don't know if they were trying to be a dupe or inspired by Armani with this or not, but it is reminiscent of it. Now the next one we have, also by MATIN, is Lady Rosa. And again, you have the notes listed over here, and then here is the bottle. This one is so pretty. This beautiful kind of deep magenta purple bottle is so stunning. The cap, it is so pretty, you guys. So this one, as soon as I started reading the notes, before I even smelled it, I was like, I think I know what this is going to smell like. So this is lychee, rhubarb, bergamot, rose, peony, petalia, cashmerean, vetiver, and cedar. So it's pretty much anytime I read those first three notes, you know, oh, lychee and rhubarb, like we're going for a Parfums de Marly Delina vibe here, or maybe even like Delina Rosé, exclusive, something like that. It's going to be something in the Delina sort of family. So, and when I sprayed it, I was like, yes, this is a Delina inspired by fragrance, I believe, or it is very, very close. Now, if you have not smelled Parfums de Marly Delina, it is a very, very, very popular, expensive niche fragrance, and it's a beautiful pink bottle. And I actually now feel like it is kind of misrepresented or reviewed incorrectly sometimes, at least to my nose. So a lot of people, I think, because the bottle's pink and it's so pretty, they, and it has florals, they're like, ooh, rose, they say it's like a princess perfume. To me, Delina comes off very kind of spicy and like a strong kind of scratchy floral. And I have this love-hate with it. I want to love it, but I don't know that I love it. It kind of annoys me when I wear it. And I have several inspired buys of Delina, and I get the same sort of thing from almost all of them. That same sort of vegetal, kind of spicy, something almost kind of earthy that really, to me, it kind of overrides all the rest of the notes in it. And for the longest time, I thought maybe it was the rhubarb, but I have other fragrances with rhubarb that it doesn't do that. So whatever it is, that's what I get out of Delina, and I have to really, really, really want to wear it to enjoy it. Now, this one smells very, very similar, but I will say, like I said, I've got a lot of inspired by Delinas, and this is one of the better ones. I feel like it's ever so slightly softer, not quite as scratchy, not quite as harsh in that sort of vegetal spiciness, but you have to love a spicy rose scent if you do really like Delina and you don't want to pay for it. I think this would be a great option for you. You get an adorable bottle, really nice quality, a really strong projection. So this one's maybe like a light, not a love for me, but I think they did a really good job. Okay, this next one was also gifted by Gulf Orchid to me, but this time it is Maison ASRAR is the brand, and it is Vanilla Rouge. And I kept the box to show you guys because it's velvet, And just when you open it, the presentation is just so pretty and sort of like vintage, classic looking, I think, with this bottle. And so here is the cap. I just think it's so fun. It's just so pretty and fun. It's kind of, you know, over the top a little bit. Like I just picture, before I even smelled this, I was like, oh, like we have a, you know, like a lady that performs in the evening on stage. She's got her boa, she's got her silk black gown. Maybe she smokes a cigarette, her red lips. She's very sexy and very confident. Before I even smelled that, that's just what I thought when I saw this bottle. It's the vibes that it gives me. You guys, oh my gosh, I love this one so much. So much. It's so beautiful to me. So this one is saffron, which I love saffron, but it's like, I can either love it, or some fragrances with saffron, AKA, you know, Baccarat Rouge, can all kind of smell very similar to me. But this has this chocolatiness to it and vanilla, and it doesn't say cinnamon, but I get like a cinnamon sort of quality to this, and maybe it's the saffron in here that's giving that element. There is also rose in here, but honestly the rose is not extremely prominent in here. Then you also get some musk, and and tonka bean. Tonka bean, I think, really makes this like sort of sweet, and instead of being incredibly dense with some of these heavy hitters like saffron and chocolate and rose, it can be like a really heavy fragrance. I just feel like the tonka bean just kind of makes it kind of smoother and like a ever so slight powderiness to it. Not baby powder, just a very smooth, sweet, and you almost, at least to my nose, like almost smell something like tobacco in here, but tobacco is not listed. This is sexy. This is date night. This is like fall, winter, in the evening. You are dressed up and you have on that red lip, that black sexy gown. You maybe have on like fishnets, and you just, man, you enter a room and everyone's like, who is that chick? Man, she smells good, and she's a little bit sexy, a little bit dangerous, but very sophisticated. I just, this one is so good to me. Definitely one of my favorites out of this whole bunch that I'm gonna show you. So that is Vanilla Rouge by Maison ASRAR. Now this last one that Gulf Orchid sent me out of the 4 that they sent is a love for me. This is the Musk Collection Tahara Vanilla. You guys, the amount of times I almost purchased this myself, still kind of wanted to, and then when it ended up just showing up to me when they sent, I was so excited. And they had several come out. There's like a pomegranate and I think like a tropical fruits one. They all kind of have this sort of milkiness to the juice, but the pomegranate's like red, the tropical fruits is like a greenish blue. But this is the Tahara Vanilla, and you guys, this could be a signature scent, everyday scent for me. I love this, and this is definitely an example of don't always judge your fragrances very first spray. When I first sprayed this, I thought it was a little bit harsh, very musky. I didn't smell really much sweetness to it. It was like, I don't know. I have another one in here that kind of does smell like when this first sprayed, and I do actually like that one. But I just thought, I've already got one that smells like this. Very quickly, it turned into the most beautiful, unique vanilla, because there is some sweetness to it, but it is not a super overly cloyingly sweet vanilla. It is not a fakey smelling vanilla, not even a baker's vanilla. It's really hard to explain. It is just this beautiful, musky, clean, ever so slight sweet vanilla that is so refreshing and so light and so lovely, and it smells amazing, you guys. Like out and about, I've worn it outside, even in the heat when the wind hits me. I just feel like I've got this cocoon of musky sweetness. You know, it's like a skin scent, but a really special one. I love this, and if I let myself, I would just wear this every day. I had to kind of stop myself because I was wearing it I'm wearing it and I'm like, all right, you gotta try your other stuff. And I've also layered this if I wanna add any like just ever so slight sweetness, but not so much that it will overtake a fragrance, then I would layer this on top. Man, I mean, talk about, you can't just always judge your very first spray. And I'm gonna talk about some others that you can't always judge the first couple weeks either. But yeah, this one is a fantastic, like gym scent, office scent, everyday scent. If you like, you know, vanilla, but you're just looking for something a little bit different with vanilla that's like not too sweet, everyday wear, or even if you think you hate vanilla, you might want to try this. It is so stinking good. Okay, so let's move on to one of these that I keep alluding to that was bad and got better over time. Okay, box presentation. Are you freaking kidding me? You guys, this thing is stunning. It is so heavy. It's like a big old brick showed up when I ordered this. I ordered this off of Joma shop. This is ARMAF and this is Perfume Oasis. Just wait, okay? You open up this baby and I'm like, seriously? You've got this velvet padding in here, or sort of velvet, it's not really, it's like felty. But then you open it up, you take it out, and you have this stunning bottle, so heavy, so very heavy, this sort of like faux leather tassel here that has ARMAF etched into it, this golden cap. I mean, absolutely gorgeous, right? And this was a complete blind buy for me. I honestly just saw it on Joma shop one day and was like, ooh, it's orange. And then I read the notes and this said, you know, it had fruity notes in like peach, pineapple, pear, plum. Really like plum a lot in fragrances. It had freesia, is pretty much almost my #1 floral in fragrance. It had violet leaf, which I usually really like, cashmere, and then the base, kind of like a typical base of vanilla, sandalwood, musk, and amber. So I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. You guys, when I got this in and I sprayed it, I've had one other experience like this, and I did declutter that one because I did try with that one and it didn't work. But when I first sprayed this, it was gasoline, so strong, like chemicals. It was like someone was trying to hide, you know, that they found a cure for cancer in a lab and they set all the chemicals on fire. It was so bad. And I was like, dang it, no, this bottle's so pretty. So I sprayed like 10 sprays off the top. I know that can help some. I let it sit. I kept trying it that week and it was just, I could smell underneath, I could smell something really juicy and fruity, sort of tropical fruity, almost mango-like, even though there's no mango note. And I thought, I can tell what is under that horrible gasoline. And so I started looking it up because this was a blind buy. Hadn't heard anything about it, couldn't really find reviews on it. I finally found one. She was on YouTube and she had the whole line because there's several. There's like a blue one and I can't remember how many colors. I think there's like 4 of them in this line, flankers. And she just raved and raved about them and raved about this. And I thought, she did not say anything about gasoline. It has to be mine. Maybe it's a brand new stinking bottle. So I let it sit for a couple weeks, tried it again after 2 weeks and it was still there. And I put this in my declutter cabinet, forgot about it. I got this out today and I sprayed it and the gasoline was gone. Hooray. I know that can sound crazy to people that haven't experienced that, and you may not want to deal with that ever, but truly they can transform. And now gasoline's gone and I do get this is kind of Middle Eastern-y fruity though. There's no really notes in here that are super exotic. I mean, you just really have fruits and freesia, cashmere, and then a typical base to it that a lot of fragrances have. But there is something exotic in here, almost oudy, but there's no oud listed in here. It's very strong and powerful, long lasting. It does project. I've seen now there are a few reviews now as of today out there, and some said that they saw somewhere that it's supposed to be a mix between Xerjoff's Herba Pura and Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. And there is sort of a bitterness a little bit to this, But to me, I just smell some sort of tropical fruits in here. I don't really get the plum, to be honest. I get like a basket full of maybe pineapple, peach, slight pear, but I think it's more pineapple, peach, and then with some kind of oudi, exotic musk going on and a little bit of warmth of amber is what I get from this. So I actually like it, and I'm just so relieved I didn't, you know, blow my money. It was not that expensive. I think for how gorgeous the bottle is, that I do like it now. It's worthy in my collection. Is it my favorite fragrance? No, but I do think that it's lovely. And if you can get one that does not have gasoline, then I think you might enjoy it. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to two that I was gifted by ASRAR. I believe they are brand new. When they reached out to me, they didn't have a TikTok, now they do. Their Instagram was real small. So they do inspired by fragrances as well. So they sent over Imperial Aura, and okay, you guys, I'm good on Delina dupes. I have so many, and I mean, as soon as I opened it and sprayed it, I was like, it's a Delina dupe again. And I do think they did a good job with it. I do think it is very similar. I think that the bottle's pretty. This is a plastic cap. It's not that heavy. It's not as luxurious as, you know, some, like say like Middle Eastern ones that feel very weighted. But I think like from far away, I think this looks nice. It looks sort of like a Chanel bottle. So it does perform well. It's pretty strong and it's pretty accurate to Delina. It's still, I think, about a third or a fourth of the price. So I think it's, you know, a pretty good, worthy, inspired by. I think I have 5 or 6. And since Delina is not my favorite scent profile, then I'm good on them. Every brand out there has their, I think they all feel like they have to have their Delinas, and I get it. It's a very popular fragrance. But again, if you're looking, I think ultimately just choose, if you're getting a Delina dupe, choose the bottle that you like the best is what I would say. Now this one I do like a lot. This is also from ASRAR. This is Valkyrie Bliss, and you have this frosted bottle, black cap. This cap is a little weightier than the other one, feels a little bit nicer, pretty sleek and modern, toned down looking. This one is supposed to be inspired by Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, and I actually, when I sprayed it, I wasn't sure of that yet. And I was like, this smells sort of familiar. And when the first day I wore it, I thought, oh, this kind of reminds me a little bit of Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana. And I got more of this sort of creamy, sweet lemon. Now, as I've had it for a while and I've sprayed it several times, I get more of the light blue, but it's kind of like it's like a mix almost of Devotion and light blue. I don't love light blue on myself. I know it's a very popular fragrance. A lot of people love it. I like smelling it on other people. For me, it was just never a love. It's a little too kind of dusty, cedary, almost like cleaner lemon scent to me. This is like you took that, but you made the lemon a lot sweeter and smoother and creamier. So I actually like this better than light blue. I think it's really, really, really pretty. And I think this one's kind of perfect, maybe not year round. I wouldn't say I'd wear this in the winter time, but I think even going into the fall, I would wear this. So out of the two, this one is my favorite. Okay, let's talk about the other two that I thought, oh, those are fails. I was like, I wasted my money, not a lot. They were $20 each on TikTok shop. I bought these from, it's called Enzia, I think. They shut down their TikTok shop like right after these showed up to me. They still have a website online. So I don't know why they shut down on TikTok shop. Maybe there were issues. It did take a while to ship to me. So maybe that had to do with more so a TikTok shop, and maybe they got fed up. I don't know. But point is, they have a website, but they're not on TikTok anymore as far as purchasing. But so we have Norah Melody, and then we have Norah Bella. You guys, when I sprayed these, I hated this one the least, but I didn't like either one of them. This one I hated so much, I had to scrub it off. And I thought, okay, maybe it's just opening spray. So I sprayed it several times in the air, tried it again, washed it off. It was so like dated, kind of like a blast of rose and old makeup smelling. Like, oh, I hated it. This one, I kind of liked at first, but then very quickly in the dry down, I didn't like it either. And this one's supposed to be yuzu and ice. I thought that was such an interesting note. I was like, ice, what? So I was just very fascinated by this one. This one had notes that I didn't realize was trying to be maybe a Delina or a Parfums de Marly Oriana dupe. So anyway, point is, was like, no, put them in my declutter cabinet. I tried them again, hated them. I got them out today again for the video because they're newer and I needed to review them. And I thought, let me just see. You guys, I really like these now. And I like this one the best. It's really, really lovely. It totally changed. And what's interesting is I do think this is trying to be Delina because it has your rhubarb and your lychee in it like Delina. It doesn't smell like Delina to me. I do not get that scratchy, spicy, earthy sort of rhubarb or whatever it is in Delina scent that I get in all of the dupes. This smells more like Oriana to me. If you don't know what Oriana smells like, it smells a lot like Killian Love Don't Be Shy. If you don't know what that smells like, it's basically fluffy, marshmallowy, sweet orange blossom. That's what this smells like. But it doesn't have those notes. It's very confusing to me, but it smells great. It just needed about a good, a little over a month to like mellow out, chill out, so much better. Now this one, I do like it. I don't like it as much as this one. And the ice note in here, you guys, is so fascinating to me. This smells kind of clean, fresh, musky, a little bit of that yuzu, ever so slightly. And then this is gonna probably sound nuts, but if you've ever chewed the Icebreaker's gum, there is a moment in the beginning that has this, before all the punchy mint kicks in, there's this kind of buttery quality when you're biting into it that I always wish lasted longer and then it goes away. I kind of get that same scent from this. And I'm like, is this the ice accord in here? I don't know, but I think it's pretty nice. They were $20 each. So honestly, it's just a lesson to not be too hasty in throwing stuff out. Let it sit. Maybe if you've had something for a year, maybe throw it out. But I would give them at least a good 2 to 3 months before you truly throw anything out because they can completely change like these did. Okay, also by Aydan is the Musk Essential. So this one is the one I referred to a while ago when I was talking about the Tahara Vanilla one by Gulf Orchid, and said when I first sprayed it, I just got kind of strong musk, like no sweetness whatsoever, clean. And I thought, I already have one like that. Well, it's this one. There's really no sweetness to this at all. This one could definitely, it is so unisex. It is so completely, almost out of any unisex I've ever smelled, the most unisex. It does not go either way. This is straight up clean musk. But I actually really like it, and I like it in the dry down. When I first spray this, not just the very first time, but even today, when I first spray it, it's a little bit harsh. Just the musk in it, it's just kind of like, it hasn't warmed up yet, and it's just kind of a blast of what is that? Once it sits down, it's just very clean. Sort of like if you just want to have a scent that no one can put their finger on what you smell like, but you smell good, but you don't smell sweet, you don't smell gourmand, you don't smell floral, you don't smell aquatic, like your skin smells just nice. That's what this is. And it's so unisex completely. So anyone can wear it. I do think it's another good layering one as well. So if you want to add sweetness, you can add vanilla to it, really anything that you want. And it projects pretty well too. It doesn't sit incredibly close to the skin like some skin scents. So I really like it. I'm surprised that I like it, but if you're looking for something like that, I would recommend it. All right, now hear me out. Hear me out on this one. This is so obscure. You guys, I got this off a TikTok shop. I cannot hardly find, I saw it on eBay. I can't really find it anywhere else, but if you can, I love this fragrance. It's so weird. This is Asten Secret Pink Morganite by Aston. I don't know, when it's called Asten Secret, I'm like, is it supposed to be like Victoria's Secret? I don't think this is duping anything Victoria's Secret. You guys let me know if it is. It seems a little too different to be a Victoria's Secret fragrance, but this is if Barbie hopped in her Jeep and smokes cigars in her Jeep and is a little bit raunchy, but still so girly and sweet. Crazy, I know, but you guys, I love this so much. It is kind of fruity, sweet, and tobacco-y. The cardamom in here, I really, really love. It's so confusing to me. It is just so like delicious in a way. And I do think this is more fall winter. The bottle looks like it'd be bright, summery. It looks like it'd be really fruity maybe and super sweet. This is more of a sweet, savory tobacco with a hint of something like a cinnamon in the back, but so sweet, not sugary sweet. It is like a Barbie sweet. Very hard to describe, but very addictive. And I think the bottle's really fun. And I can't wait to wear this fall and winter. It is quite a conundrum, this fragrance, but I love it. Now this one I purchased myself. I wanted to show the box because I thought it was pretty. This is Mathique, and this is by Ard Al Zafaran. And I thought the box is nice. And then here's the bottle, big old bottle. You guys, I'm gonna say this right now. This is better than Killing Love Don't Be Shy. It is very similar. It is marshmallow and orange blossom is what I smell in this. It is so good and it is so strong. It projects amazing. It lasts forever. I absolutely would say skip Love Don't Be Shy, get this instead. It is so good. And then the bottle is really, really pretty. The performance is outstanding. It's very smooth. There is something in Love Don't Be Shy that I do like Love Don't Be Shy, but when I wear it, there is this sort of root beer I get from it. Even like a grape root beer. I don't get that from this. It's like all those things that Love Don't Be Shy is, minus that grape root beer that is kind of strange that comes in with it. This is so good. If that sounds interesting to you, highly recommend this. Now these last two I did purchase myself off of Fragrance Net, and they are both by Al Watania. And this is the brand that had the gasoline one that didn't work, that never went away and I got rid of. But I do like both of these. I'm gonna start with this one because speaking of grape root beer, this doesn't smell like grape root beer, but it does smell like grape big league chew gum. Completely. There is no grape note in this, but you guys, this is grape soda or grape bubble gum. But I love it. You have to really want that, be in the mood for it. I wouldn't want to wear this every day. This is Dua, by the way, D-U-H-A. Dua, I'm not sure how to say it. I think the bottle is gorgeous, really pretty. It is so sweet and grape-like. I mean, I'm not even gonna read you all the notes. There's not that many in this, I don't think, but the notes are bonkers because this is just, the notes don't say what this smells like. It's straight grape bubble gum. It doesn't smell like bubble gum, but it smells specifically like grape big league chew. I have such a memory of that stringy, powdery gum that I loved as a kid. And it's like you open up a fresh pack and that whiff you get. That is what this is. I have to be in the mood for it, but man, it lasts. It just, if you have ever loved big league chew grape and you want a scent that smells like it, you absolutely have to get this. Now, the other one is quite different, much more exotic. And this is Durat Al Aruse. It's really hard to read. It's very, very faint on here. Really beautiful bottle. Love the rose gold, the tassel. This is much more exotic. This has cipro oil in it. It also has lots of woody base to it. This is very exotic, woody, kind of unisex. I mean, it's classified as a women's fragrance, but I'd say this almost leans, it almost leans masculine. I think in like the American world, this leans masculine. I can see Middle Eastern, that like a very strong, confident woman wants her presence to be known, likes a strong, bold fragrance. This could be completely feminine to her. I actually like this. I will say when I first sprayed this, my husband, other room, my kid knew I sprayed a Middle Eastern fragrance. So it's strong, but I think it's mellowed out because today I sprayed it and it did not overwhelm me, but really 2 sprays is all you need. If you really like a Middle Eastern sort of quality to your fragrance and you like, you know, something like cypriol oil, something balsamic, something almost kind of earthy and woody, but still very lovely and wearable, I do recommend it. I actually do like it. I have to again be in the mood and it needs to be cold to wear this because it is very powerful. That is it, you guys. So those are my 14 Middle Eastern fragrances that I have been testing out. Honestly, I'm so happy because I'm keeping them all when I thought 3 were big fails for me. You just never know with fragrance. You've got to test them out for a while. You've got to let them sit and macerate, especially Middle Eastern. Some of these are huge hits for me. All of them are affordable. Let me know if you guys have by chance tried any of these or you might pick some up. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping, and smelling fabulous. Bye.